Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to Skeleton Crew Season 1, Episode 3, titled Very Interesting as an Astrogation Problem. A mysterious stranger offers to help our heroes. Now, I looked up what astrogation was, because I've never heard of that before, and apparently astrogation, short for astrogation, short for astronavigation, was the science of safely and reliably traversing space in a starship. Now, I have coming up with that spelling without the R after the G. I see several links to Wikipedia. I see several Reddit threads in relation to Star Wars, and I see one link to the Halopedia, which is giving the same description as what was on Wikipedia. However, there's also Merriam-Webster, Wiktionary, Encyclopedia.com and that. So it seems like astrogation is a proper word. Whereas astrogation, which is in the title of this episode, only links to things related to this episode. So I'm assuming it's a spelling mistake in the title. And yeah. I did load up a Reddit thread that is related to this episode, and I want to check it after I finish reacting as to whether it's discussing the title or not. So, yeah. But it looks like the mysterious stranger is some owl-headed creature. I'd assume it's a full owl creature, but yeah, that's just... I assume that because it's the face of an owl behind what looks like a navigation screen, so... Also, as I mentioned in the last couple of episodes, I've now moved by the point of me recording this. So you've got me in my new room, which is hardwood floors. So you don't have the sound dampening of all the carpet in that. So this may be... I might need to mess around with the audio and everything, because to me, just talking, it sounds a lot more echoey. So I can't imagine how that's being picked up by the microphone. But I'll have to check out the levels after I'm done with this. But let's get the episode started in 3, 2, 1, go. Why you're not play? Oh, are we getting more of Wim's father in this? Oh, also my room is thinner than my old one, so my light is now in front of my camera, so I notice it's reflecting a bit more than it used to. Apparently the second mate that mutinied, he's of a Shistavanian, I think it was. We saw one of them in the cantina in A New Hope. Which, yeah. Also, something I need to correct from my reactions to The Acolyte, not related to this. We saw fires in space in the original trilogy, so my issues with that were unfounded. I just forgot. I need to admit to that because that was one of my sticking points in an earlier episode. You know, these houses, those high rises and that sort of reminded me of the district in Coruscant that we saw. Was it Coruscant or was it the other one in Andor? You had a rebellious streak as well, did you? KB has medical needs? I wonder how that's gonna come into play. Also, notice how it's everyone's mums except for Wim, because he doesn't have one. Neil's dad's not there. Don't know if Fern has a dad, and by the looks of it, KB has two mums. So it's just interesting that there's only one dad there, and it's because there's no mum in that family anymore. Okay, I guess he does actually have the Force. I still wasn't entirely sure about whether it was smoke and mirrors or not. I needed a ship. That's pretty expected. Nah, no wood. I'm not familiar with that name. Though I guess if I was, then we'd have seen this character before. A little suspicious that it didn't react to that sound, but you sort of deserved that, Fern. Neil, really? At least he came back for him. Yes. Oh, it's got a literal smog cloud. Okay, that's the first time he's ever actually affirmed their beliefs. It is, Silvo. That was a pretty easy thing to guess. That's a battle droid. Why is there a B1 battle droid here? Good thinking, Neil, for mentioning the rat in his eye. Please tell me that rat isn't going to be eaten by the owl creature. Are you the guy that patted him on the back for the mutiny? No, I mean, it doesn't really seem like you've got a choice. I don't think. I guess that means KB wasn't voting to leave him. Oh, I thought that was a tethering. Well, you came here in one ship, you might leave with the whole armada. Also, apparently, I did know this because I've never seen it, but that's Steve Urkel. I did not know that. Poor Neil. Are there really no like flight logs or like black box or anything that's on this ship? Do I really want to steal a dead man's shoe? No shit. Thanks for your help. I like 33. Yeah. Also, apparently, the great work is in reference to something like extended law. Yep. Like I said, good writing, no kids. The Great Works were a group of projects undertaken by the Galactic Republic during the High Republic era. You know, I was literally about to say, hey, now that we're off of the spaceport, why don't you prove that you can use the Force? And then he goes in, Force pushes the light switch. It's a moon. Quite literally. Oh, betray us. So far, this show is answering every question before I actually ask it. Because I was going to ask, why didn't he just park closer? And then the show literally asks that question. Crimson Jack, Captain Silvo, John. I've forgotten his last name. Crimson Jack sounds familiar though. I may be just thinking of Crimson Dawn as to why it seems familiar, but Crimson... Stupid phone looking at me while listening to me. Because I'm talking about Crimson Jack. I type in Crimson, it comes... No, I said Crimson Dawn. I type in Crimson, it comes up with Crimson Dawn Star Wars. Okay, yes, it's a complete owl. See, that was Astrogation. Okay, so there is a Crimson Jack in Legends that was apparently 30 years around before him. Unfortunately, they can't recognize any stars because of the barrier. I like this character, Quim. Poor Kim. Okay, so she's coming back. No. How long till he challenges Fern to a fight for captain of the ship? Why would you put a kid in a gunner seat? Correction, two kids in gunner seats. Here's a hot take. You should not give kids access to guns. Ah, That's not helpful. Maybe you should tell the basically space cops? So yeah, it does seem like the title of this is just a spelling mistake. The Reddit thing I opened, no, that was just a piece of fan art of Kim. So we found out that KB's mums are named Marie and Gary. Well, Gary. I'm guessing because there's no recognizable names that the Andy Powers was X-Wing Commander Kent. So it's not one that we've seen before. Do I know Kim's voice actress? She sort of sounded familiar, but I'm rarely ever correct in when I think I know someone, so probably not. Oh, she voiced Charlie in Adventure Time. I was correct. I did actually know her for once. Cool. Technically, I do know X-Wing Commander Kent because he was a ferry commuter in Spider-Man Homecoming. But other than that, no. And I don't think I know either of KB's mums. At least I'm assuming they're her mums. It could be like a mum and aunt, or like mum and older sister. But yeah. So that was a very interesting episode. Still not entirely sure whether or not to believe that Jack has the Force. I'm going to call him Crimson Jack now because I'm not going to remember Jod Norwood. I'm not going to remember that. But Crimson Jack I should. Because floating the key over, yeah, that is hard to do, especially considering we saw the key being placed there by one of the guards. And so it would be real hard for him to have pre-set up a way to summon it. There was the making the noise happen further down the way that distracted the guards. That could have been set up. In fact, this whole escape could have been set up. Though why it would have happened, I have no reason to believe that any of the old crew or the other pirates on the asteroid would help him. And I mean, turning off the lights remotely could have been programmed in. So But until he actually uses it in a entirely new location to him without any pre-setup, I'm not going to fully believe that he's not just pulling a big con. Because, well, we were introduced to him as a pirate. Then he was letting them believe that he was a Jedi. Then we find out that he's also under the alias of Crimson Jack, who was a bounty hunter. But we did get confirmation that Aden has been closed off from the world since before the war. So they don't know anything about the fall of the Jedi, the rise of the Empire, the fall of the Empire, the rise of the New Republic. What exactly did Thingo say? Was she saying Old Republic or High Republic? I didn't really pay attention. Jewels of the Old Republic. So that would be the before the Empire, but not the High Republic. So I wonder what the other jewels of the Old Republic would be. Group of 9 planets that were hidden who before the New Republic era, most of the planets were destroyed. So it's only information that we got this episode, okay. There were 9 of them, and, well, Aden is 1. And the other 8 were apparently destroyed. Though the fact that they know the 8 planets were destroyed and Aden is the lost planet of treasure, then that would imply that they found evidence of the other 8 planets, which is interesting because the only way we know of destroying a planet would have been the Death Star, but that was only targeted at Alderaan. We don't have a time frame for when these were hidden, when they were destroyed, who they were destroyed by. All we know is they were hidden sometime before the rise of the Empire. Don't know why they were hidden. I'm not ingrained enough in Star Wars to really investigate. Aurebesh is not one of the fantasy languages that I've ever taken the time to actually learn to decipher. In fact, the only one that I've ever actually put time into is the ancient amphibian language in Amphibia, so I don't know what all the words in that say. I have to wait till someone else breaks that down. But yeah, it was a lot slower than episode 2. I'd probably say that is my favorite. I don't know how I'd weigh this on against episode 1. But so far, all 3 episodes have been good. You had the whole hidden treasure under suburban neighborhood that you get with a lot of these treasure hunting movies like E.T., The Goonies, and I've heard reference to a few others, but I've forgotten their names. Then you had the Pirate Passport. I almost said it again. Pirate Spaceport. Try saying that 5 times fast. I can't say it 1 time slow. But of episode 2, which was very entertaining. And then we have this one, where it's escaping the asteroid, then meeting Kim and getting a lore dump, which, as you know me, I love me a good lore dump. So, yeah. Anyway, I'd say episode 2 so far is the top. 1 and 3 are probably weighted about the same. Yeah. That's what I was doing. I opened a tab and instantly forgot why I was opening it. How many episodes is Skeleton Crew? I don't need how many are out so far. How many are going to be? It's going to be 8. Okay. I hate when Google is a smartass. Like, yes, that does answer the question I typed, but it's not the question I meant. Anyway, there's going to be 8, so we're officially over a third of the way done of this. And it's been good. It's been good. I don't know where this is going to take us, because it seems like the next episode should be getting back to Adam. Unless, of course, they've got to make stops to refuel and that, but Also, we need to learn what Jack's whole deal is. Anyway, guess I've got to wait till next week, like everyone else. I'll catch you in the next one.